Well, you're 5 days away, I guess, 4 from your first real game. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I feel like everybody's ready. We're coming together as a team, and it's looking good so far. Just can't wait to put it out for everybody to see.
What do you like about this team?
I feel like everybody just gets along well. We have a lot of leadership, a lot of seniors, and they're leading me along the way, me and the other Josiah as well, and like the younger players. And off the court, our chemistry is very well, and we're just working on getting that on the court as well. So,
When you're both on the court, how do you know the difference between you and the other one?
oh, well, they call Josiah Davis JD, and they call me JoJo or Bean. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's how they determine it too.
Yeah.
Where'd Bean come from? Is that something you had before, or was that new?
Yeah, growing up, my head was really big. They say it looked like a bean, so they call me JoJo Bean. So that's where it came from.
So why West Virginia? I mean, Hugs has recruited, Northeast Ohio a lot. Did you know that? What was the attraction for you to West Virginia?
Well, I get to play for a legendary coach. I mean, not everybody gets to play for a Hall of Fame coach and learn from him. And I love the atmosphere of West Virginia. Like, we don't have a pro team, so I feel like West Virginia, this is the pro team. And everybody gathers to watch them, and the fan base is like no other. So it was a no-brainer for me.
How much you know about Huggins growing up in Ohio?
A lot. He actually coached at Walsh University, and that was right where I used to live. So they talked about him up there a lot, and his days at Cincinnati with Kenyon Martin and everything. So, yeah, I know a lot about him.
Are you old enough to remember his Cincinnati days, or are you too young for that?
I was a little too young.
You healthy? And I know you got hurt at the end of last season. What was that? What was that like? And what was the rehab like?
Oh, it was terrible getting injured in the state championship game. But I'm healthy now. It's a blessing to be back. I didn't think it would be this fast, but I feel 100%. Sean's been getting me stronger, and Doc has been helping me with my rehab, and I feel like I'm ready to go.
Explain the injury, how it happened.
It was like the first play of the game. I was going in for a rebound. Someone pushed me in my back, and I slipped on the court, and my leg just it popped. So I fractured my patella. So I was out for a little bit. Yeah, the bone.
You all the way back?
Yeah, I'm all the way back.
Jumping higher, running faster, all of that?
Yes, sir.
Your rep, at least according to the coaches, has been you live in the gym. Is that something you've always had, that work ethic, or is that something has developed as you got to college?
Yeah, that's something my parents have passed down to me, just saying work your hardest, don't let your God-given talents go to waste. So always just be in the gym and try to be the best version of yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Because in high school, we used to try to sneak to get in the gym. But now it's 24/7 access, and we have all the tools to get better, so why not use them all?
Get back to your nickname. Did you sign off on that, or did you say, hey, wait a minute now, I want something different?
Nah, I signed off on it. It's cool. It's my Instagram handle, Twitter, everything, so I went along with it. Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering, there's a lot of new guys on the team this year. The majority of them, though, are older guys, transfers, JC guys. You being one of the new guys, but you're a freshman. Is there a difference between being a new guy as a freshman and being a new guy as someone who's played at other colleges before coming in new? Is there a big difference in that aspect?
Yeah, I would say so, because I'm coming from high school, so it's going to be a big difference in pace and the strength of the game. But I feel like we're all coming together and we're learning as we go, and I feel like we're all learning very well at a high pace. So
You find yourself maybe going through things that maybe they don't?
yeah, a little bit, but it's coming together.
Yeah.
How'd you sneak into the high school gym? Any secrets?
Just the coaches giving us the keys and stuff, and making sure we're cool with the janitors. Just getting a good rep with them.
You gotta be quiet. Kind of hard to be quiet if you're getting up shots, right?
Yeah, just gotta be a little sneaky though.
How much? You mentioned the 24/7 access. How much easier is it just to go do it? And then I don't know. Sometimes can you do too much? Can you be here too often? Can you spread yourself too thin doing that in school and social life and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's very easy to get in here. We just call up the managers, and they've been very helpful, giving us rides up here and rebounding for us. And yeah, sometimes I spread myself too thin, but those are days you just gotta work a little bit harder, and I know it's gonna pay off eventually, so can't work too hard for real.
Your game How is it developed? What are your strengths?
I would say my jump shot and my versatility on defense and just my energy, like just trying to bring energy to the team, whether that be rebounding, diving for the loose balls, getting steals, just trying to make winning plays.
A lot of new guys on this team, but a lot of older guys. You are among the younger guys. Can you relate to them as older guys?
Yeah, a little bit. Like they take me under their wing as a little bro, and like they just tell me a lot of stories about how like they're playing and like things I should look for while being on the court and things to avoid. So it's been really good, like coming under them and just listening to them.
Kind of being a sponge and absorbing things.
Yeah, it's a lot of knowledge to attain this year. So just looking at it like that.
You signed in November last year, right?
Yeah.
Figured it's a small class coming in, just a couple of freshmen, and they started signing all these transfers to come in. You can go one or two ways in that. You could be kind of discouraged and there goes my spot. Or, I don't know, fall in line and figure out a way to make that work. I think I know your answer, right? But I guess you chose the second of the two, but how do you handle all that when they start bringing in players who could help you, but who could also take your minutes?
Well, I'm trying to win. I know everybody on this team is trying to win. We're winners. Iron sharpens iron, and whatever it takes to win and get to that national championship, that's what we need to do, regardless of who comes here, who signs, anything. Like, we just want the best players to be out there and win games.
Hard to adapt to Hugs, and especially his demands defensively?
It's not really much of an adjustment from my high school at Richmond Heights. We play similar defense, but it's a little bit of an adjustment. But what he's been asking of us, it's not that hard. We just got to listen and lock in for practices.
They don't appreciate defense in high school quite like Hugs does, do they?
Man, my coach Quinn Rogers, he's a little bit like Huggins. Like he was a defensive-minded coach, and that's why one of the reasons I chose to come here, because it resembled so much of each other, the high school and college. But yeah,
You still seem thin, well, at least according to some of us media guys. But what do you want to play at? What's a good weight for you?
Sean was telling me about 208, just 208, staying around there, 208, 210, and
So what are you now?
I'm like 205.
So you're not too far off.
Yeah.
Consider it a blessing when you turn 50, you'll go the other way. We want to get rid of it.
Say, obviously, not a lot of guys on the team this year that were there last year, but to want to be better than last year's team, I mean, how much of that is a motivation a year later, even though a lot of the guys weren't on the team last year?
It's a big motivation. Coach Hugs always talks about how he doesn't want another year like last year. We feel like we let the state down, and all the fans coming out and losing those games. We're just coming back with revenge this year, and we're going to show the fans that we're sorry and we're ready to come to play now.
So when the Big 12 predictions come out and they had you guys ninth, do you guys pay attention to that? Does it, did you see it and share it? Was it talked about? Or?
That's just fuel to the fire. Coach told us about it, and we just been locked in. We know we're not what they say we are. We're much better than that. So we're just coming to work every day and just locking in.
How much you know about Big 12 basketball? I'm sure Big 10 basketball is probably big where you were growing up. What do you know about Big 12 basketball?
I know it's the best conference in the best conference in college. Real tough, grimy conference, and you can look at all the teams that go into the tournament. It's a lot of teams from Big 12, so it shows itself.
Nervous on the court yet? I mean, you've had, the scrimmage, the exhibition. So you've been out there a couple of times with fans in the stands. Are you nervous in front of those kind of crowds? And what's Monday going to be like?
I'm not gonna lie. For that blue and gold game, a little nerves, but for the Bowling Green game, I felt comfortable. And after getting that blue and gold experience, I was more comfortable, and I feel like playing in front of 10,000 fans. That's the most I played in front of. I feel like I did okay, and it's just gonna keep on carrying on.
As a team, are you guys excited for the season to actually get going? You sort of tired of practicing and want to get this thing running?
Yeah, that's all we talk about in the locker room. Like, we can't wait till Monday and put on a show for the fans.
Is there anything you're looking forward to specifically besides, just getting on the court and playing?
Just winning games and just getting this experience. Like, you only get this once. Like, just making the most of it and getting as far as we can get.
What's it like knowing that last year you're wondering if you're ever going to walk again, I imagine, after you blow your leg out, and within a year you might be facing Gonzaga or Duke or something like that in that tournament?
It's honestly a blessing. Like, I dreamt about this as a kid, and just to be here right now, it's amazing, and I'm just happy to be here.
Your recruitment, what other schools besides West Virginia did you come down to?
Ohio State, Virginia Tech, Kansas State, and Florida State came in late. But
Did you have a visit to Ohio State?
yeah,
Two official visit there?
during the COVID, we had like a lot of unofficials, but I didn't get a chance to get an official. We did like over the phone or the Zoom call.
Gotcha.
Anything else? Thanks, Josiah.
All right, thank you.